As we're getting ready to do some drawing and do some observations, I like to start with a warm-up. As I usually say, drawing is a physical activity. You use a lot of your body when you are drawing, and sometimes we can forget to take care of that. So let's take a moment right now and take care of our bodies. We'll start with one big deep breath in and let it out. Maybe with just one more, actually. Okay. And then I really like to warm up my shoulders and my wrists because when I'm drawing, those are the parts of my body that I'm really using a lot. So this is my favorite drawing stretch. I like to put my right hand out because I'm right-handed. If you use your left hand for drawing, you can use that hand for this stretch, but I put my right hand out like I'm saying stop, and my other hand comes up and over, and I pull my fingers back just a little, just to give a good stretch right down here at the wrist. And then my hand goes down, and I push it down, and that feels really good up here too. And I can give it a shake. And I can do the same thing with the other hand as well, even though this doesn't really do any drawing. It feels really nice still to stretch it out. Making sure to breathe when we're stretching. All right, and then some shoulder rolls is really nice. Maybe some neck circles. Yeah, some twists in our chairs. Stretching one way and then the other. And now my body is ready. For our lesson today, we are going to use our senses to observe our environments. And so we need to warm up our senses also. Do this with me. Let's warm up our senses. Let's close our eyes. You don't have to if it doesn't feel comfortable. And let's start with the sense of hearing. What can you hear? Okay, with the eyes still closed, let's move on to the sense of smelling. What can you smell? You don't really smell much of anything. And then we can open our eyes and we can look around. What do we see? Do you see objects that you're familiar with? Do you see any shapes in your environment? I see some triangles, rectangles, and circles in my environment. You can also touch something that's nearby. I happen to have some really soft little creatures that I've made out of felt. So I can touch these and just notice how they feel. Maybe I can touch a couple of different things like some of my markers. Oh, and notice, I didn't really notice that my marker pen has these like grooves in it. That's kind of cool. So notice some things by touching them, just feeling with your senses. And then for taste, I don't know, if you have something that is okay to put in your mouth and taste, you can go ahead and do that if that's okay with your class. Otherwise, maybe that's something you save for lunchtime or snack time or the next time you have the opportunity to really focus on what is it, the thing that you're eating or drinking, what does that taste like? Now that our senses and our bodies are warmed up, we can start creating. We're going to focus on lines to help us with our drawings. So to do that, next with your class, you're going to think about some lines you know, and you're going to create a collection that we can use to create our illustrations.